This is Haystack TV, powered by HaystackHelp.com. Finding reliable services can be like finding a needle in a haystack. With HaystackHelp.com, finding the needle just got a lot easier. Now here's the host of Haystack TV, Chris Kane.
With all the rain, hail, and flooding that has hit Colorado, what does that mean for your roof? Academy Roofing is here to tell us what we need to watch out for when it comes to severe weather and protecting our home. Academy Roofing is locally owned, and they've been in business for more than 30 years. They're accredited with the Better Business Bureau and have an A+ rating, and they specialize in both residential and commercial roofs. Owner Kurt Boyd of Academy Roofing joins us today. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
So what should people watch out for when it comes to this crazy weather we're having with all the rain and then eventually snow?
Well, when it's raining like that, you just watch for spots on the ceiling, I guess.
Sure.
And you know, I think drainage is the biggest issue. I think, you know, obviously we saw it up north in the flood areas, and drainage on the ground is really no different than drainage on your roof. The whole idea of your roof and gutter system, as I've said before, is controlling where that water goes. Mm-hmm. So if you've got anything that's impeding that, sometimes it's something as simple as leaves up on the roof, you know, in the valley areas where they may collect. Gutters and downspouts were huge issues, you know, through all the rainy season, because we're getting into fall, which is the normal time for gutter maintenance, you know, on your home anyway, and all that rain just hit before the people could get to it.
Right. And I'll tell you that those marks on your ceiling, that is a dead giveaway, isn't it? That's what I had to call you about. Say, I've got this brown mark on my ceiling, what do I do? And you're like, well, probably need to repair your roof, you know, fix the spot where the leak's coming from.
Well, we sure got a heck of a test on the whole exterior envelope system of our homes and, mm-hmm. and buildings, you know, during all that time. You know, of course, when water comes in, the first place people call is a roofing contractor, and we've seen, you know, window problems and chimney problems, and as well as roofing problems and gutters and downspouts. I mean, we've had people whose downspouts were plugged and the gutters filled up and literally filled up window wells, and then of course mm-hmm. broke the window wells out, then flooded basements, and I just can't overemphasize enough something so minor. If we just take that ounce of prevention, that we can get in front of it.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. So if people got through this without having any of those leaks or marks on their ceiling, then the roof could be in pretty good shape?
I'd say they got a pretty good test.
Okay, yeah, well, that's really good to know. So what other kind of calls are you getting other than like, hey, I've got, you know, water dripping in through my ceiling, or you know, my gutters are overflowing?
Well, you know, besides the drainage, we just got massive calls of people who kind of thought they might have had a problem, okay. and you know, through the economy, it's like, well, let's try to get one more mm-hmm. year, and unfortunately the rain was just so relentless. Any weak spot that anybody had in their system was bad. And tile roofs, we saw a lot of them who, you know, that were in that 10 to 15 year old range, mm-hmm. and they had weak spots in the system, and the rain just said, it's not weak spots anymore, it's danger.
What could people have done to maybe prevent, you know, the water coming in? You mentioned a lot about, you know, cleaning out your gutters, making sure your downspouts are clear. Is there anything else they can be doing?
Well, again, I think, you know, we talk about the eyeball check a lot of times, and if you see something suspicious, it's something to have us look at, especially if our homeowners or building owners aren't particularly suited to be up on roofs, right, sure. you know, which we never recommend that. You know, let our people come out and let's you know, get an eyeball on it and make sure that we're in good shape the next time it comes.
Yeah, you know, again, great points, and I really think, like what you're saying, if you know, make sure your gutters are clean, make sure your downspouts are clean. That's such an easy thing to do, and if you can't do it on your own, which again we don't recommend people doing, you can do that for them, and it's just a way to help prevent that backup into your home. So I'm going to tell people actually how they can get a hold of you and take advantage of a gutter cleaning special that you have for them. And thanks so much for being here. And again, great test. All that rain. If you don't have problems in your house now, you probably got a great roof system.
Good system.
So thanks so much for being here. Academy Roofing has been working in Colorado for more than 30 years. They focus on Metro Denver, but they do work in Boulder, Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and the mountain communities. So you can call them today at 303-360-0708, or you can visit their website at academyroofinginc.com. Mention Haystack when you call and get $25 off of gutter cleaning. Their number again is 303-360-0708. Academy Roofing sponsored this segment.